It's one of the lessons I've spent over 3 years learning, how to deal with things we don't like. The frustrating part is that the things we dislike often outweigh the things we enjoy. In today's video, I'll share my experiences on how I've navigated this challenge and what I've learned over these 3 to 4 years of enduring and doing many things I didn't enjoy. So let's dive into the insights I have for you on how to effectively complete tasks we're not fond of. Our journey of learning and working often comes with many difficulties and challenges. If we constantly encounter tasks we dislike and allow them to frustrate and demoralize us, it will only lengthen our path to success. But I do have a way to tackle the things I don't enjoy, making the process easier and even enjoyable, and eventually you might find you actually like these tasks. This video will be divided into 3 parts. In the first 2 parts, I will focus on awareness. To do anything, we need to start with the right mindset. If our awareness is off, we won't be able to accomplish much because it's fundamentally flawed. After these 2 parts about awareness, the third part will cover skills to help you excel at things you don't enjoy. Now let's jump into the first part. In this section, I want to highlight a crucial awareness as we work and study. What we dislike always comes hand in hand with what we like. Keep this in mind. Our preferences and aversions coexist. We will never experience something that is 100% comforting. Conversely, there's never a circumstance where everything is entirely negative. Remember, positivity always accompanies negativity, and negativity always has its positive side. For example, when you go to work and earn $8,000 a month, do you enjoy that paycheck? Of course you do. That $8,000 is more than most people make. That's something we like. However, we also need to recognize that with a nice salary like that, there are aspects we may not enjoy. To earn that kind of money, you'll have to work harder than the average person. If you're an employee, you must be the standout performer in your department. If you're a manager, you'll be responsible for your team members, which can bring numerous stressors and frustrations. You need to accept these challenges as an inevitable part of life. If everyone only wanted to do what they enjoyed, like eating delicious food or dressing well, then who would handle the less enjoyable tasks such as working hard and serving the community? Once you accept this, we can move on to the second part. This part focuses on the idea that sometimes what we don't like is simply something unfamiliar to us. What I mean is that the core issue may be that you dislike a particular job because you haven't tried it or don't understand it yet. This lack of understanding can lead to a knee-jerk negative reaction, making you reluctant to engage with it. My advice to you is to really dive in and see for yourself. You have to actually try it out to know if you truly enjoy that job. If you just glance at it, you'll likely find it hard and come up with excuses for why you don't want to give it a shot. So go ahead and experience it firsthand. Put in your best effort, and later on, you can reflect and evaluate whether or not that job is something you genuinely like. Take a simple example. You're working as a sales associate at a store. Your daily tasks may involve arranging merchandise, cleaning the store, and processing customer payments. But then your boss might ask you to take on the task of delivering items directly to customers' homes. You might not like this extra responsibility because it requires more travel. However, there's a small bonus for that extra work. You've never delivered before and might not be keen on it, but hey, that little extra cash makes it worth considering. So I suggest you give it a shot. At the very least, you'd earn a bit more income. And who knows, you might end up enjoying delivery more than just selling in the store. Now let's move to point number 3. If you realize that you truly don't like something, even after getting to know it, what should you do? First of all, it's understandable to dislike it even after understanding it. The second thing to consider is whether you will do it or not. There are 3 methods I've found helpful for dealing with this. The first method is to hire or delegate to someone who is skilled at that task. For instance, if you want to start a coffee shop but struggle to find employees because you dislike the hiring process, it's too complicated, you can turn to recruitment agencies. They can help you find candidates and even fill basic positions for you. While this option is for those who have the budget, the next 2 methods cater to those who might not have as much financial leeway. The second method is to simply change how you approach the task. There are often numerous ways to do a job, and sometimes you may be bored simply because you've chosen the most monotonous approach. For example, if you're a sales associate and dislike delivering because it involves too much walking, consider switching to a bicycle or motorcycle. Suddenly, making those deliveries might feel a lot easier. The third method involves tackling unpleasant tasks when you're at your best. This means working during times when your energy and mental state are at their peak, giving you the strength to handle the workload you dislike. You can check back with my video on overcoming laziness for more details on this. So to wrap up, here are the three methods based on my experience to help manage tasks you really don't like. First, delegate or hire help. Second, change your approach to the task. Sometimes the way you do something can be the major turnoff. And third, prioritize your best times for getting things done. It's a short video, but it encapsulates so much of my journey, a way to overcome challenges. Sure, it was a bit tough back then, but thankfully those struggles have made me stronger and wiser in finding ways to cope. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it helps you not just get through the tasks you dislike, but maybe even start enjoying them. If you found my video helpful, feel free to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you try out these tips and still have questions, don't hesitate to drop a comment below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.